Hello, good afternoon. We're going to talk today about functions for just a few minutes. I'm going to move myself over here so I'm a little smaller, so I'm not blocking the run button. So right now is a very basic thing. I'm just going to have my robot go forward. So easy. It goes, the motor turns on for 100 milliseconds, then it stops. Very basic. Today we're going to create a function, which is a little bit like a little shortcut or maybe like a little custom block. So you go down here to miscellaneous, click on robot functions, and we're going to grab one of these. And I'm going to say, okay, to do something, I want us to drive forward. All right. And this is called defining the function. I'm creating it. So I'm just going to grab these people and put them over here. Now, if I run it now, nothing happens. There's nothing over here. I am going to keep this set in reverse in my initialization. So then I'm going to go back here to robot functions and take a look. Drive forward. And this is a custom block I just made. And when it sees drive forward, it's going to go over and do all of these things. Let's see if it works. There it is. Now you're saying, what's the point? Why do I want to do that? Well, maybe you want to repeat a move of some kind. So I'm going to go back and look. I can actually put a couple in. I can even duplicate it. So watch what I'm doing now. Drive forward. Now it looked like one drive forward. It didn't stop in the middle because it's just, it got to here, stopped, and then started right up again. So I'm going to actually put in a little sleep here so that you can tell that it's stopping. And what's cool about it is once I mess with this over here, all of these change too. I changed my custom block. I'm going to save once in a while. Here we go. So watch what happens now. I'm going to run it. Go for drive forward, drive forward, drive forward. You see it doing it? It's driving forward again and again. And you're like, well, what's the point of that? Well, maybe I just want to do it. It's an easy way. I can just duplicate it. I want to go inch by inch. I don't know. The other cool thing I can do is I can essentially create another one that makes it go backwards. So let's say I'm going to go backward. Actually, I'm just going to kind of duplicate all these over here. Put them right in here. Duplicating is kind of an easy trick. I'm doing this by doing a right click. And so it doesn't, instead of backwards, I want to go -1. So it goes backwards. And look, all I do is go down to robot functions again. And look, there it is, my little custom block. Let's say I like to duplicate it. There we go. Right up here. So it's going to drive forward, go backwards. So when it sees drive forward, when I call the function, it goes over here and looks at this. If I want to go backwards, it looks at this. Then it looks at this and looks at this. Look what happens now when I run it. There it is. See, it's driving forward and driving backwards. A little dance move. Actually, if I want to make another dance move, I can do it. Here's another shortcut. Once I've built one and I want to duplicate it and make one that's kind of similar to it, I'm going to duplicate this whole thing. And I'm going to call this one spin left. And to make it spin left, the motor is going to go, let me move this here. The left motor is going to go forward and the right motor is going to go backwards. All right. Now, if I run it, it ain't spinning because I haven't called it up here. I built it. The way I think of it is like these are like colors I'm mixing, and this is where I'm going to paint it, right? So I'm going to go back over to miscellaneous, robot functions, and look, spin left. And I can even duplicate it. I love to duplicate. All right, so now let's see what happens. So these are kind of like little islands over here. I'm going to make this, there we go. These are like little islands over here. They're not connected in at all, but the computer knows to go look at them. So what should I do now? Let's see. It's going to go forward, go backward, spin left, drive forward, left, backward, left, forward, backward. What if I want to spin for longer? I just go over to my spin left. Watch what I do. I'm going to make it spin for half a second, 500 milliseconds. See, go forward, go back, spinning, forward, spin. And also I can be like, okay, actually I want to have it spin right too. I'm just going to duplicate this. It's called spin left too. I don't want that as my name. I want it to have spin right. All right, so now I've defined 4, and I'm just going to go over here to miscellaneous, robot functions, and look, it shows up now. Forward, backward, spin left, spin right. Let's duplicate that. Forward. I want to have it go forward, then backward. Forward, backward, left, right. I'm going to do like a little line dance. Forward, backward, left, right. Forward, backward, left, right. Forward, backward, left, duplicated, and right. So now, this is a lot of code, but I'm just duplicating. These are like custom blocks. Every time it sees one of these, it goes and looks and does it, whatever it is. Let's see how it does here. Forward, backward, left, and right. Uh-oh, I screwed this up. I forgot to change this. This has to be -1, and this needs to be +1. Always messing up my code. But look, I just fixed all my spin rights by fixing this one thing. That's what's great about this. Forward, backward, left, and right. Forward, backward, left, and right. Then forward, backward, left, and right. All right. And I can just do this a lot. It's just a shortcut. It's a way to make my life easier. I create a custom block. I define it right over here. All right. And then I call it right over here. And then I call it over here. It's like these are my colors on my palette, and this is where I use them. Now, if I don't put them over here, it won't use it. All right. So this is just a good trick. So essentially, we're doing like a little dance, and that's what your project's going to be. You're going to create a dance for your robot. You get to pick some music, create some moves. Hopefully, they're more interesting than mine. You're going to have to mess with the milliseconds to kind of get it to time out with the music the right way. All right. So that's what we're doing, and these are called functions. And they're right over here in miscellaneous. You do it here, and if you want to create a new one, you just drag it over. All right. We'll have one called the nay-nay. And then I could have it kind of go backwards and side to side if I wanted.